All right, it says we're live. How you guys doing tonight? Tonight's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, guys. It is get ready to start the buying season. Spring break's right around the corner. The March Madness basketball thingy is right around the corner. The football season's about to be over next Sunday at the time of this video. So, of course, buyers are starting to look at houses more serious now. You know, you're getting your taxes filed, getting all that stuff squared away for the lender. And now it's time to start looking at houses more seriously. And one of the biggest questions come up is, how much does it cost? What are the costs to buy a house? So that's what this video is going to be over. We're going to go over a couple examples on down payments, on loan types, etc., on this video. Now, this video does not create a broker relationship. We have to be in a written brokerage agreement to have a brokerage relationship. This is just for informational purposes only. No broker relationship being created here. And this is for example only, okay? Every loan, every house, every down payment amount, all the tax amounts, everything is different for each property. So once you start working with my team and I over at eXp Realty, we're going to show you the exact numbers when it comes to writing an offer on the home that we're helping you purchase, okay? This is just for example only. This is more of an informational style video. No brokerage relationship being created here. Call, text, or email us. The agents that I work with, the eXp Realty and I, we'd absolutely love to earn your business and help you with all your real estate needs in the Stillwater, Oklahoma metro area. But this video does not create that relationship, okay? You've got to call. We got to interview each other. We got to make sure it's a good fit. We want to help you. If it works, if it doesn't work, we'll let you know, and we'll get you referred to someone that might be a better fit for you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and share the screen now. So this is the real estate commission's estimated cost to buyer, okay? And so that all the social media platforms know, there's no personal information on this sheet. This is a fake address, okay? Fake address. No personal information is being shared on this sheet. Okay, so the first example I want to go through with you guys real quick. Let's say we're buying a $400,000 home in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And then let's say that we're doing a VA loan, okay? Zero down, typical zero down loan. So we're going to have a $400,000 loan amount, okay? So if you're watching this on the replay, I'll have the chapters down below so you can skip to the different loan types and the different examples. If you're watching the replay, I'll have the chapters down below. If you're watching this live, bear with me. I'm going to try to go through each one of these loan types on this sheet based on the same scenario with the different down payments, etc., etc. So VA, zero down. Okay, and then we're going to go to appraisal fee. Let's go ahead and say it's an $850 appraisal. Let's say there's a $22 credit report. And the VA funding fee. So let me grab my calculator on that real quick. And let's say for this particular veteran, let's just say the VA funding fee, for example only, let's say it's a 2.5% funding fee times 0.025. So a $10,000 funding fee. Okay, for this example only, every single veteran funding fees may differ. Okay, so down payment matters. The veteran's disability status matters. Okay, so every veteran is different. This is just for example only, a 2.5% funding fee. Okay, so scrolling on down, we're gonna have lender inspection fee $50, tax service fee $50, shipping fee $85, and then underwriting fee $495. Doc prep $425, and then flood cert $80. Okay, so your loan numbers, these are examples. Every lender is going to be different too, guys. You're going to hear me say this throughout the whole video. This is for example purposes only. Every lender may have these numbers different, but in general, they're going to be around these amounts. Okay, let's say you've got 30 days of prepaid interest. Let me grab my calculator real quick. And then on a $410,000 loan, let's say you have a 6% interest rate. That's $24,600 a year in interest. Divide by 12, $250. So $2,050 in interest. I'll put that right here. And then you can see what I'm doing on the calculator there. Just go back slower if you want to know. But if you just want to know what the actual number is, that's what we're going to go through right here. This isn't teaching you how to do these numbers. This is me showing you these numbers. Okay, let's say it's $3,500 annual insurance policy. And then let's say it's not in a flood zone. So we were not going to put any flood insurance right there. So hazard insurance, $3,500 divided by 4 will give you 3 months escrow. And then let's say your county property taxes are $5,250 a year. So let's divide that by 4 real quick. I'll give you 3 months escrows right there. So 1312.75. Is that number? 131250. Okay, so that's how we come up with the escrow reserves for this sheet. Basically, take whatever the annual costs are, divide it by 4. That gives you 3 months. Okay, settlement and closing fee. Let's say it's 150, and then title exam. Let's say that's 150. Attorney's fees. Let's say that's 150. And then when it comes to estimating your title insurance, okay, I just go over to Old Republic Title insurance estimator. Okay, I will definitely cut this out in the replay. For those watching this with me on the live, thank you for bearing with me. Let me get you a better estimator, much quicker. Here we go, much quicker. Let's do an estimated closing date of February 3rd, purchase price, and then loan. Calculate. Okay, that was much quicker. Yes, that was much quicker. I will definitely cut that part out in the replay for sure. So $1,225. So I'm going to put right here 1225, and then right here 50, and then right here 125. Okay, so those are your title costs. Okay, questions on that? Put them in the comments. Questions on that? Put them in the comments. So we've gone over your escrow deposits. We've gone over your prepaid insurance and your hazard insurance. We've gone over lender costs, all for a VA loan. Now let's go into recording fees. Let's say there's 3 documents, so $23. Mortgage cert, 410 times 125. 410 times 1.5. 615 goes right here. These are called your doc stamps. And then where is this? Okay, so you don't get an actual survey. You get a mortgage inspection report, not a survey. If you want a survey, it's going to be way more expensive. But if you're just getting a mortgage inspection report, it's going to be $225. Your termite inspection is usually $100, and then your home inspection is usually around $550. Okay, if you want, you don't have to get, but if you feel like you need to, a structural engineer inspection could be another $650. You get environmental inspections. Those are all sorts of places all over costs. And then if there's a pool, spa, or anything like that that you want to get additionally inspected, those have additional costs too. If you want to get a home warranty, I think the decent one is $695 right now with First American Title. And if there's any HOA dues that you need to credit the seller back, let's say there's a $500 annual HOA, you put $250 right here that you'd be crediting the seller back. Will actually be $333.33 based off of the March 31st close date that we're using for this example. So that brings your total estimated cost to close, not including down payment, because VA is we're doing this off of a 0 down loan. We're doing your estimated cost for closing at $14,830 on a $400,000 purchase price home for veterans. Now let's take away the $4,000 earnest money check, and then when you come to closing, you're going to need around $10,830.83. One thing I want to point out to you too on this number is there's also going to be moving costs associated with the move that isn't included. This is just the home purchasing cost. You still got to think about turn on utilities, think about the moving cost, et cetera, et cetera. So keep those costs in mind too. So is that great example on VA, buying a VA home in Stillwater, Oklahoma at a $400,000 price? Is that good? Is that helpful? Comment down below if that's helpful. Now I want to take you through a 5% down conventional loan. Now we're going to do a 5% down conventional loan, guys. So let me grab my calculator real quick. We're going to make some adjustments. So 400,000 times 0.95 means you're going to have a $380,000 loan. Okay, your funding fee, I'm going to keep it at the 2.5%, but now it's going to be based off of the 380, so times 0.025. So now your PMI is going to be 9,500 right there. Okay, so your total loan is going to be $389,500. So let me go ahead and put the 5% down right there. And then most of your costs are going to be the same for all the different loan types. So I'm basically just pulling these numbers over here from earlier. So your total lending costs are those right there. Okay. Scrolling on down, these costs will change very, very minimal. So we had a 389 389 $500 loan balance. And then let's multiply that by 0.06 for 6% interest, and then divide that by 12. You're going to get 1947.50. 1947.50 goes right here. Okay. Insurance costs are going to be the same no matter what loan type. And these are all estimates. You may have a smaller insurance deductible. So your insurance premium may be $1,000 cheaper, or you may have a higher insurance deductible. Well, when you have a higher deductible, your insurance is cheaper. So if you have a higher deductible on your insurance, you may only pay $2,500 annually. But when you have a lower insurance deductible, you might pay $4,000 annually. So it's all really important when it comes to that. So 470, 875 on insurance. And then your county property taxes, they're based more on the property assessment value than loan or anything like that. So those two numbers are going to be the same. So questions, comment down below. Comment down below with any questions. And then, we're not doing FHA yet. For 7.50, 3,500. 4875831.250. Okay, perfect. Let me get these out of the way. Because right now we're doing conventional, 5% down. And then your settlement closing fees, they're all going to be the same, guys. They're all going to be the same. The only thing that's different is going to be the title insurance policy. And let's jump in here real quick. So purchase price 400. And then what was the loan amount? It was 389 500. It's going to be super close. 380 89 500. Calculate. It's going to be super close. Whoops, I just hit the clear button. Let me plug these back in. Calculate. Yep, same amount. So super close. It's the exact same amount. Does not matter with that small a difference in the loan value. So you're going to have the same gap, the same owner's coverage, the same lender coverage, same attorney fees on your title costs. Makes sense? Thumbs up. Thumbs up if that makes sense. Recording fees, it's going to be the same, $23 to record it and $6.15 for your mortgage cert. Oh, well, that will actually be a little lower. Let me grab the calculator real quick. 389.5 times 1.5, 584.25. 584.25. Wood infestation inspection is going to be the same. Home inspection estimate is going to be the same. If you get a structural, it's going to be the same. And remember, these are all, except for the wood infestation inspection, these are all if you want to. We recommend getting the home inspection, the termite. If you feel that you want a structural inspection, absolutely get one. This is a large purchase that you're getting ready to invest in. So you want to make sure that you're doing all your due diligence possible as a buyer to ensure that you're not getting into a bad home. So you can do structural if you want. You don't have to. You can do a home inspection if you want. You don't have to. You typically have to do a termite if you have a lender involved, no matter what. Survey mortgage inspection report, that's always required. And it's a mortgage inspection report that's only $220. If it's a full blown survey, you're going to be looking at a minimum of $1,500. I've gotten quotes as high as what was it, $4,500, depending on how big the property is. So you're looking at a total estimated cost with down payment $46,510.58. If you plug in your your earnest money, then on a conventional 5% down for a $400,000 home in Stillwater, Oklahoma, you're looking at $42,510.58 in this example. Okay, every house is going to be different. Every down payment amount is going to be different. Every lender is going to have different fees, but this is a close estimate on what you're going to need for closing when you're doing a 5% down conventional loan. You're going to need $42,510.58. Does that make sense? Thumbs up if that was helpful. Thumbs up if that was helpful. And then lastly, let's do one more real quick before I let you guys go. Remember, the chapter stamps are down below so you can jump to the specific loan type that you're interested in. Let's do a 3.5% down FHA loan on a $400,000 home in Stillwater, Oklahoma. So 400,000 times 0.965. 386 is your loan value. 86 even the loan value. And then let's keep the mortgage insurance premium at 2.5%. So 386 times 0.025, 390,650. Okay. Total loan 395,650. Now let's grab our down payment real quick. $15,000. Okay, and let's go through the numbers. These are all going to be the same on the lending cost. Well, you'll save $50 there on the shipping fee. Okay, these are your lending costs. Okay, those are that's what takes to process the loan right there. There could be discounts, there could be loan origination fees, so bear that in mind. You know, these two items could be right here too, but bear that in mind. These are your standard lending costs, and they're pretty standard across the board. So let's take your loan amount, 395,650, and let's get how much your interest is going to be per year. 395,650 times 0.06 as a guide, divide by 12. You're looking at $1,978.25 for your annual interest. That's for your monthly interest. That's for your monthly interest. Okay. So hazard insurance, that doesn't change. It's based on the property and the insurer. That's another big factor too. The insurer, they take into account any past claims, your credit report and all that other stuff. So that's highly important too. And then your taxes won't be the same. Oh, wow. That's why that looked so expensive. Okay, going back to the conventional, loan, at the end of the conventional loan, you're looking at $30,697 because I had the typo on the insurance cost. So this is a live video, and I won't be able to edit all that out. But this is I just had a typo right here on the conventional side. So going back to the conventional side, you're looking at out the door $30,697.58. So I just had a typo on that, and I won't be able to edit that out because it is a live video. Going back to FHA, let's continue on. Your title costs are going to be the same. Title costs are going to be the same. Okay, perfect. So you're looking at the same title costs. No questions there. We've gone over it 3 times. This is the first time we've gone over it. You've got settlement fees, title exam fees, attorney's fees. You've got lender's insurance coverage for your title insurance. You've got owner's coverage only, which covers you as the owner. And then you've got a gap check of $125. Okay, does that make sense? Questions on title fees, put them down below. I'll get them answered. You got your government recording fees of $23. And then let me grab your mortgage certification cost real quick. That's just $1.50 for every thousandths. So 593.47. This was your total loan amount. That's where that cost comes in. Let me scroll down, plug that in real quick. 593.48. Okay. 100 here, here, here. Boom. Boom. Okay. So those are your government fees right here, $23 and 593.48. And then if you do a termite inspection, it's $100. If you do a home inspection, it's around $550 for a home this size. If you want a structural engineer inspection, you don't have to get one. If you want one, it's $650 typically for homes out in Stillwater. You've got your mortgage inspection report, not a survey, mortgage inspection report, two totally different things. They come in around $220 right now in the Stillwater market. If you want a decent home warranty, you're looking about $695. And then if you're into HOA and you've got to credit back the seller, your portion of the $500 HOA bill, that'd be around $330. So if you're using an FHA loan to get into a home, you're looking at a total closing cost with down payment of $28,687.56. Take away your earnest money check on the home. And when you come to closing, you'll need a certified funds check of $24,687.56. So we went over VA, we went over we went over conventional, and we went over FHA costs to buy a home in the Stillwater, Oklahoma metro area. This is for example only, and you can see that the different loan costs with VA, no down payment, you're bringing a lot less to closing. Your payments will be higher, of course. Conventional, you're at 5% down. You're bringing the most to closing because you got your down payment, your closing costs, but your payment will be the least. And then FHA is kind of in the middle. You're bringing the middle to closing. You've got a smaller down payment, and your payment's going to be kind of in the middle. So I hope you guys found that helpful for when you're making your move to Stillwater, Oklahoma, and you're wanting to know what are the actual costs to buy a home. That's what this video was all about. The descriptions down below for the different loan types. Of course, when it comes to actually writing the offer, we're going to make one of these customized for your specific property when you're working with the team of agents at eXp Realty and I that I work with. So give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love to help you with all your real estate needs, and we can go over this form in specific detail according to the home that you're purchasing. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up to help out other Stillwater, Oklahoma future home buyers so that they know this valuable video is out there. And I will timestamp the video below once it finishes rendering on the back end of the YouTube. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'd love to earn your business. If you enjoy the channel, consider subscribing to it. It's all things Stillwater, Oklahoma, and the Stillwater, Oklahoma metro area. And if any chance, if you're moving here with a spouse or you yourself are a real estate agent moving here and you want to continue doing business in the Stillwater, Oklahoma metro area, call me, text me, email me. If you're already ready to sign up, visit my careers website at eXp Realty. It's on the video right there in front of you. I would absolutely love to get you sponsored here at eXp Realty, get you plugged into the system, get you up and running, and helping you start closing deals when you're moving here. All right, guys, thanks so much. Appreciate all the views, and I'll see you guys on the next video.